Hello, welcome back to our live coverage of the second round of the Whitsun A Open here in Munich. Yesterday, most of the favorites have proven that their strength, but there were some little upsets, some draws. But I think today and especially tomorrow we will see much more even matchups. We have here with us Mr. Vasu. So welcome, and what are your impressions?
Thank you, Milan. We had quite a bit of an exciting play yesterday, and I'm sure today is not going to be any less. So, except that I think the top seed almost took close to 4 hours or a little more than that before he could, nail his point. And of course, since this tournament also happens to be a ELO 2000 plus tournament, I think most of the rounds are likely to go the full time. We go under the 90 minutes with a 30-second increment from move 1. So it's likely to go for 4 hours, a little more than 4 hours, depending on what sort of position that is on hand at the end of 4 hours. So not many big upsets yesterday, but maybe we could see something today, probably. Some IMs were probably pulled down to a draw. We have a lot of IMs and 6 grandmasters here. And then Svane Rasmus, who was the second of Bluebaum, who was a candidate and who played the candidates recently. He is the top seed. And then this Abhimanyu Puranik, who is the second seed. Yeah, Daniel Lufa was a very vastly experienced player from Spain. So the third seed. So what are your impressions of yesterday's play, Milan?
So those are the favorites, but as you said, it is tournament with above 2000 rated players. So everybody here is rather experienced, and there are no easy points to be given. And I think we'll see it also today. A lot of long fights. So even though it's not an accelerated system, it almost feels like it, because majority of opens, even feel the lower rated players. So this one, I think it's better also for the norm candidates that they have higher chances to fulfill.
Yeah, norm candidates should be happy, and as you rightly observed, though it is not accelerated, it feels like 1, because there's no one below 2000, which by itself gives a good boost to the norm hunters,
Exactly. So let's get right into the chess.
Yes.
We start with 1 hour delay, but that it's also for the games to pick up some speed. Yes. So the first one is Adam Dorans versus Rasmus Svane, and we have a Reti on our hands. White is playing cautiously and now playing c4, aiming for the Catalan. And now d3. This is a bit uncharacteristic. So, of course, White could play d4, but he could also do b3 or something else. This is all relatively normal. Yes, but he chose d3. It might seem flexible, but in fact, it gives some space to Black. He might play c5 and d4, or d4 immediately even.
Yeah, maybe slightly passive from White side, I would say. Approach.
Also, basic is possible, but that's it's not a bad move. It's normal development. So h6, kind of also waiting, taking away g5 square. And many times in those Catalans it's played nowadays without any specific reason, just as a useful move. So b3, b6, bishop b7. Yes, so Black wasn't so eager to take the space. It's more like he wants to keep a fluid position. And now, White played d4. Normally, the structure would have been okay, but here it gave this one tempo to Black, which is h6. Yes, d3, d4 played twice. Maybe it's not such a huge difference, and I would rate the chances as equal. Actually, Black shouldn't be worse with this development, but so what could happen is something like this. Maybe rook e8, bishop f8, depends. And ultimately, Black would like to get his knight to e6 and then pressure the center.
Yeah. Black appears to be quite happy with what has happened in the opening first 10 moves, I guess. I mean, like, he may not have equalized, but he's not too bad, actually.
Yes, but if you take a look at it, it's also very very respectable for White here. So it's not that he has any advantage, but I think it's a rather solid position with the two fianchettos, no weaknesses. Like here, we'll see a long game, I suppose.
Yes. Just like yesterday, I could see in many cases where White is playing more like the hide and seek, where they would want to get very slow, but after some time, it's more like what Anatoly Karpov or Tigran Petrosyan, former world champions, used to play. So they begin in a very, very slow manner, but after some time, it's like, in the grip of a crocodile. They slowly but steadily hunt your weaknesses and then start punishing it. But I guess probably if Doran Saddam is very alert, he, as you rightly said, he got a tempo already. So I'm sure he's not going to leave it so easily.
Yes, so Rasmus is this one tempo up compared to the standard positions, and I think it's usually good to play this kind of positions for a win because all the pieces remain on the board, so there are chances to outplay your opponent. Let's move to board number 2. Puranik versus Balaji.
Yeah.
Yes, and this features a known line. I think it appeared first in the Women's World Championships, and that then was used by some prominent players in the World Cup, if I remember. And seemingly, it does look they shouldn't be wise to play like this for Black, giving up 2 bishops immediately. Like I would say that normally speaking, this feels inferior. But if I go back, then sometimes I have g4, or just like here waiting, and after knight d4, I believe it works. Yeah, because here I play like this. Yeah, so.
And like the earlier game that we saw, in both the games, we could see that the lower rated player has some small slips, like they just let go a little bit, and if the higher rated ones, like either the Puranik or Swana, they grab the mistakes, then they pay heavily for it later.
Yes, but this one is theory, and White Queen has to go back to d1. So at least Black got some time, and he put this knight to e6. Yes, normally this is a very nice bishop, aiming towards the king side, but it's not so easy to open up the position for White. Like f4 feels too early,
correct,
giving some counterplay, and otherwise d4 also doesn't work. So it's a game of patience. But I do believe that White has something here, so we'll see, because even if Black plays d5, which we'll see here later on, he's still not advised to open up the position. Yeah, so let's say after this, there might be a problem with the double pawns, and this is not a good news for Black.
One thing I noticed, Milan, is that you just see that the time on hand, and Abhimanyu has not used any time at all. He has added 3 minutes for 17 moves, and the other guy has almost out of 90 minutes, he has used 50 minutes. So I guess Balaji is already under pressure. He's an international master from UK. So, I mean, like, the position doesn't hold any kind of, demons or something like that. But why is it that Black is on such deep thought?
So this is a known position, and I think, Puranik is well prepared. He knows his theoretical stuff, and for Black, it's not so easy to find a plan. Like this is the position. If he could, let's say, pass and just wait, then it would be fine. And nobody wants to play like King H8, King G8. But it is something like this, which there are some positions in chess where you don't have any activity, and you just wait for the situation to develop. Yes, and
he would need to find such kind of moves that doesn't compromise or weaken his position, and he better need to do it a little faster, because he is close to an hour down on clock as of now. So
So this redeployment of knight is sensible, aiming at this square.
F5,
If g6, then dark squares are weakened.
Yes.
And it's not like black is losing. Of course, he might play like rook e8, bishop f8, and just holding out this knight is having some defensive duties. But what does he want? As we discussed, he shouldn't take on e4. He also shouldn't play d4 because then white has a free hand for the attack.
Yes,
Some
this
queen
looks like a
f3.
little bit like a plus equals already for white. And,
Yes, it feels like plus equals. I'm sure that computer evaluates this as equal, but I mean this is one of those things which are deceiving, because computer doesn't feel any emotions, and I can tell you that black is spending a lot of time already feels the pressure. Yeah, it's like natural that. What should he do? Kind of rook f8, bishop e8.
he has to navigate within the last
okay,
two
bishop f8, yes.
ranks and not weaken his position. But he might end up losing some key squares if he keeps doing that. Actually,
Yes, that is also c5 doesn't work. So what white is maybe building slowly, maybe something a4 b5, and then queen comes up. It's not obvious where is the path, but usually your opponent will give you something to play for. Yeah, this is like the thing. At the same time, black is also waiting. If white overpresses with c4 or something, then of course it plays into black's hands. So I would say kind of practical advantage is on the white
more
side.
like Abhimanyu is putting a positional squeeze on the other guy and.
Yes, he's playing with little risk and asking him to play a rather uncomfortable position. Yes. So now Heinrich versus Jufa, and we saw it was a kings in the end. Fianchetto variation. Let's go through it. So knight c3, and now d3. We discussed it yesterday that it's a possibility. Also d4. Of course, transposing to the main lines, but this one is aiming for a queenside play. So black stops it with a5, and now I don't like what white is doing, playing h3. This seems to me like an empty move. There's nothing happening on g4, and I'd much rather play a3 and b4 as planned. Of course, I'm giving up the A file to black's hands, but yes.
But Heinrich, I just wish to recall that just a week before he made his made in IM norm in that the Munich IM GM norm tournament in Uganderbergen just about a week back, and so he was actually looking forward to maybe make his open IM norm also. As I could see that he's basically a fighter. All his games normally run for 4 to 5 hours. So maybe I couldn't see why he played h3, but should be some plan he had. I don't know. So.
Now e4 also he changed the structure. It's like this bot-winning position, but usually I would prefer to have the knight here on e2 so that I have f4 and some flexibility.
Yeah.
Here, okay, knight d7. Black played sensibly, trying
maybe
to redeploy his knight.
and f4 a little later or something like that.
Yeah. So this is a bit of provocation from white, asking him to play f6.
Right.
Which, I mean, he could do, but he decided bishop f6, and now knight c5, and now d4. So now it transposes to like the King's Indian proper, and but it does seem that black has some tempi.
But black's king side has no defenders. It's kind of everybody's tilted on the queen side, and
yes, it's true, but there is no attack yet. White needs to somehow play in the center. Something like f4, f5.
f4, f5, yeah.
But this also like giving up this square. So or jumping with the knight to d5. I mean, this bishop on f6 is a bit awkward. So, for example, now he played knight to d2, which okay, it's a typical move.
You had actually wanted the knight from f3 to be in e2, and it came the other way around. Actually.
So he wants to avoid the exchanges because he has more space, so he keeps some material on the board. But I don't know, maybe I would jump here. So then the e4 pawn is unprim. Maybe I would like even give it up for the bishop, but maybe he goes back here. So this achieves nothing. And this h5 is he really trying to play h4, but then g4 comes. So.
It's also the case where we see the lower rated player has more time than the grandmaster. He has made UFA think and is close to 30 minutes ahead of UFA on time.
Yes.
I guess there is no issues for white as of now. Probably he can think of as a rollover like f4, f5 as you said. And then probably it will become a peace battle in the middle game.
Yes, he will need some time to prepare it, like the knight d5 and knight f4, and somehow attack the king side. But meanwhile, like e4 would be hanging. What is also black doing?
Yeah,
that's why he's
a
thinking.
little slow the whole stuff, and probably I think Daniel Ufa will have a big battle on his hand. Actually, if he is a little bit not alert, he will land in trouble.
Yeah, I guess he's fine, but this is the type of position which I wouldn't like to have because more or less waiting for black. There is no open piece play, no real calculation. It's just kind of static position with less space. So
exactly, because I could see both of them are probably playing in the backyard, rolling the pieces, shuffling them, and
yes, and white is not winning, but he's maybe pleasant position. Yeah.
Yes.
Board number 4, we have.
The winner of the last year, Amor
Yes,
Helham.
yes,
He's a
our
rising
reigning
Norwegian
champion.
star. Yes.
Yes, and this was a sharp Sicilian against
Kanan,
Indian player Kanan, and I think the position is rather unclear. Okay, so it was a classical Sicilian rouser. So, but he decided to play bishop c4 and then bishop e3. It's possible. Queen e2, bishop d7. So this is slightly uncharacteristic. I know that bishop e7 is normal reply, and then let's say queen c7, bishop b3, short castle, and now there is the move rook g1, preparing g4 with a typical opposite castling struggle. But he played bishop d7, so the idea of this move is to trade the knight and maybe put the bishop in, or play b5 immediately. It's a logical move. So white played long castle as intended, knight a5. Maybe there's some argument to pull the bishop back to d3. I would like to do that.
There are some games, probably it's all the taste of the white player actually. He will want it to in b3 or d3.
Okay, the issue is that black neglected the development, so he needs to be careful, but perhaps this and maybe jumping with the knight.
Yes.
But still, I would like to keep this bishop. So, okay, bishop b3 is a sturdy position, but maybe trade it down. So, b5.
Quite a standard move.
f3. So, f3 just protects the e4 pawn and gets ready to play g4, but it's already maybe not what white wanted. Yeah. So maybe he was slightly surprised by this idea of black, and he played very sensible. Now b4. So really challenging the knight. What else? If he tries to do the same as in the last line, okay, maybe something with this. Maybe white just pulls back the bishop to c1, and everything is defended, and also knight a3 is not really working. No, in ideal case you would match with the a pawn, but that one is not possible. So he plunges in with b4 immediately and trades the bishop and now castles. So like sooner or later he will need to castle. So maybe he did some other useful moves for now, and now he needs to connect his rooks and bring it to the fray. So g5, knight h5. So we see both players like to play with their knights on the edge of the board, but it makes a lot of sense because the knights are relatively active and
Yeah, both the knights are on the rim, actually.
yes,
so-
but they are stopping this advance. So imagine that after knight e8, also our rooks are disconnected, which we don't want, and white has very easy attack. So we
So I
don't
think
want this.
knight h5 is good only.
Knight h5 is logical. Also, this knight on a4, I believe, was the only available square, but it blocks the very obvious march of the a pawn for the black. Therefore, okay, it's maybe about getting rid of those knights now. So black wants to play something like queen a5 and take the pawn, but it will take a long time then to march it.
Definitely.
And white, okay, maybe white wants to play like f4, hitting it, and g6. This is like only reply. And now we have f5. Usually in those Sicilians, black could fight for the e5 square, but yes, like this might be dangerous actually. That it's sometimes not even about attack, but just positionally squeezing black. And yes, and he might have like nothing to say after f6, for example. So, but it needs to be judged. Of course, it gives, for example, like it opens up the e file where the white queen resides, and there is again like no way how to use this square for white. So. Maybe one needs to prepare it a bit.
Tiny bit of, I would say, not a compensation, but black has some counter actually when you capture on f5. But definitely the white squeeze is going to be in the back of black's mind, you know, like f5 and f6, then the king is kind of shut out. And
because if you know in standard knight of position, sometimes this knight may travel here and to trade out this defender, but now he already showed his hand, so
he can't come at
it
all.
will take too long. So probably only the avenue with f5 is logical, but it gives counterplay. So yes, I think black has good chances, and yeah, like white is still favorite because
Can we just see what the engine says here on this position?
Okay, let's start the engine. Yes, so he says equal. Yes, f5 rook f6.
Okay.
Even like he gives slight edge to black. Yes, so it's not. I wouldn't be very happy like to be in this position for white because black has two bishops, rather safe king, and it's not clear how I'm breaking through.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like let's say it's around equal, but I like we say that black in Sicilian has a lot are potential.
Yes.
So he has this like
some real fight on
file
hands.
center. Some endgames are better for black, if you might imagine. So yes, it's normally white relies on his space and quick development to deliver some attacking
Kings
blow.
look a little threatening on the king side, but if you look deeper, probably black could still pull out actually.
Yeah, once the initiative stops for white, I don't see why he should be better. But okay, potentially once the position opens, yeah, it might be great. So let's see. I'd say it's like a dynamically equal position, and let's look at Omar Sedrani here facing Rinat Jomabayev, and we have a Philidor game. I'm not sure if this is done on purpose for the celebration of the
Philidor 300.
Yes, of his birth.
Yeah.
And we had some side events and musical program, but really I'm not too impressed. Like and especially against a lower rated player to play this kind of end game.
Yeah, Rinat is actually Kazakh #1, and it's also kind of some bit of surprise that he chose a low profile way to kind of go with black.
Yes, there is something to be said. Go to the ending against young players, but I don't believe it's so easy. And just also the position is limited, and now he could play two alternatives: bishop b4 or king e8. Bishop e6 is a normal move, but it's something which me is white I like to play sometimes. Yeah, so for example, yeah, bishop e3. It's a nice
Just
way
a
to
moment.
play.
There is a small change. We have a
Yes.
regular man coming up for the commentary.
Okay. So
Yeah, I'll come back in some time.
yes. So see you, Mr. Vasu, and
Hello,
comes
Milan.
now
Nice to
my
meet you
dear
again.
old
Hello,
friend
everyone.
and Pezerovic, international master, and yes.
Assist you
Yes, he was moderating with
with
me
commenting.
also last year, and it went well. So this year I think it will be slightly tougher tournament, maybe less star names, but like really tough field. Yeah. So okay, bishop e3 and a6 probably. Okay, this will be just check and f3. So. By the way, this is a nice move because it's also possible to start with f3, and then bishop. Yes, then bishop. But still, white gets in. Ultimately, the bishop to e3. Yes. There are some pros and cons, but so bishop e3, and I like white's position. So because he has better structure and no weaknesses. Okay, now he played this. Maybe he could even ignore this or play like 92 because ultimately I want to play something like this with the knight. This is a typical plan. So okay, maybe black was just testing him and h4, h6 now challenging the bishop, and now g4 is the move which I don't like the most. Yes, again I would
G4.
Yes.
It weakens the f5.
Yes. Like this is a potential soft spot, and it's not. This is not Sicilian, so there is no attack on the king side. On the other hand, yeah, it could be used for some trust and maybe some exchanges, which is desirable for white. And okay, black put his rook on this semi-open file, bishop c5.
Traded the bishops.
Yeah, traded the bishops. So this is
b4 looks logical.
okay. I like also what white is doing. So bringing the king to e3,
Protecting the f3. Okay.
Yes. Also b4 could be played. There is nothing wrong with it. Maybe sometimes like this square might be weak, but later on. So knight on c5 is a bit maybe off. So okay, anyway, he played king d2, and now economically brings the king to defend the weakness. Black might double, but will be easily defended. And okay, maybe it's also circumspect that now after, let's say, knight d6, I have b3. So this king is safe. And okay, how to evaluate this position? Maybe white is tiny bit better, and I don't see the appeal. Why to play this position for?
Pawn structure.
Yeah, better pawn structure, and like of course black could hold this, but I might bring the knight around again to the square. Probably nothing here. Maybe I could fix it with h5 but I don't need it right now. I mean, sometimes it might come handy with for some tactics.
Well, it looks good, yeah.
I might double on the d file, but of course, like black didn't do too much wrong, so he just has this kind of equalish Philidor endgame. So okay, and we mentioned the double pawns are weakness, but on the other hand, they control a lot of squares, so it's possible to play like this. Let's go to the game Petko versus Selbs, and
another double e pawn.
yes, and this occurred from like Najdorf or Dragadorf. Yes, so this one Queen d3. Yes,
It's
like
not so common.
it's not so common. Like, but it started to be very popular once. I believe Jordan van Forest was using it very successfully, and many players copied. Like in the past, okay, I would say like what is this move not developing and getting into some like trouble, but it has some point that for now white is flexible. Sometimes he might pull the queen there, prepares long castle, so it's not so stupid as it looks. Yeah. So and I believe knight bd7 is the main reply, but okay, then just bishop e2. It's somewhat white argues that it's like Scheveningen, but this knight is bit off. Usually he would like to go to c6 directly.
And
So
if knight c5, queen,
queen e3. Yeah, somehow
to
this
protect the e4.
also it appears from some Rossolimos or you know the lines anti-Sicilian lines. Queen takes d4. Like this is like a very typical position which you sometimes have,
Quite
or queen d3 or queen a4 even. But I find it slightly artificial, and maybe the dragon is a good reply. I know it's certainly good against queen f3. Against queen d3, I'm not so sure, but probably viable. And white returns to the English attack setup, and even like with this tempo down. Yes, now it makes a lot of sense that yeah, after all, we need the queen to support it like
bishop
this.
h6.
But still, I'll maybe first make long castle and king b1 and some other useful moves, and then I would decide what to do. Maybe black is playing this anyway, so somehow jumping to c4. Okay, let's see. So now knight c6, he played normally. And it's like black has this extra move a6, but also queen c7, which I'm not sure it's fitting into the structure so much. Like I would hesitate to play it. Like here in this position, I'd play knight bd7 directly, or maybe even b5. Why not? Like then white might switch for short castle plans. But all right. So queen c7, queen d2. Yes, and now it doesn't seem like a great dragon for white. That actually less is more sometimes. That black's tempi, like this b5, usually black attacks with the pieces and the dragon variation, and he did so with b5, and now white took on e6. So yes, it's kind of transforming the position. I think immediately he's attacking here something like this, and then I want to take on h5 or even like bring the queen first. It looks a bit devastating. Let's just check if black is greedy. Probably it's losing. There should be some attack here, but
Bishop h3.
yes, and this is coming. Yes, it will be winning. So yeah, black could put the knight here. It resembles like one line from this g4 variation of dragon, but
Bishop h6.
bishop h6 does look very logical, but knight f3 is the issue. Okay, maybe it's still maybe like queen g2. Maybe he could take and play like king g7, but then I have g5. So if he goes back, maybe like this. Okay, I don't see the mate yet for white, and also it could be the case that we overplay our hand, and but still this does look very dangerous here. For example, even what this here, but now rook h8. Somehow he survives. Or e5 he takes with the pawn, perhaps. Yes, so having the triple pawns. In any case, it's very dangerous. Like I might prepare it first, like this and this, or bishop e2 first.
Bishop g2. Oh, bishop e2 because of knight c4.
Yes, it's like typical to put it like this. Yes, and I may do it in this fashion. Yeah, putting the queen on g5 and targeting the weak g6 pawn. Yeah, so this will become apparent. And okay, this b4 I'm not sure is giving much. Like even as a counterplay, for example, this type of line, it does seem like very solid for white. Okay, we might say like dragon bishop, but what is really hitting? So yes, this looks like a great outcome of the opening for white. And I didn't like this queen c7 and the knight c6 kind of. I believe black chose the wrong plan. So even bishop e6 was maybe wrong. So we have some new moves here.
G5.
He played G5, not H5. He played G5, and now Bishop H5. This is also logical.
The pawn is hanging.
The pawn is hanging, and it's very awkward to meet.
Knight D8. This looks very passive.
Yes, this is a very sad move. Playing dragon, and White is just opening the position even because of the pawn. Like this should be very bad. Like even should Black take, give up this bishop, but create some discomfort for White. But I don't see how. His knights are completely out of place. So here's maybe knight G3. Of course, White needs to be a bit careful. Maybe I'm you know.
Be in trouble. So.
Yeah, Black should be in trouble. Normally speaking, yeah, this is not a good position. If he does play E5, then this looks like some kind of domination here, and F4 is coming. So I think White is going to win this one. Travadon versus Ohler, and we have a Caro-Kann. Maybe our first Caro-Kann, which yeah, I like this opening. So let's take a look at it. Yes, and this H4 C4 line. So White is getting some space. On the other hand, there are some holes in this position. So yeah, even this, I think it was played. There are some various move orders, but G3, okay, protecting the. Yes, I mean, normally Black would maybe like to put the knight on D5, but maybe he wants to do it with this one.
And the other knight goes to F5.
Yeah, defense. So it makes some sense. So castle, and now Rook D8. So. Okay, Black doesn't want to go for long castling, then I suppose he's under big
risky,
pressure.
yes.
Yes. So, or maybe
Rook
A3,
D8,
B4. Yeah. So Rook D8 kind of waiting move.
Put some pressure on.
Yes.
B4.
No, A3 logical. I just don't know what is Black doing next. This knight somehow it could be kicked back, and probably I'm not ready to castle. Then again, I would like to play C5, but that allows D5, which I don't like. And the knight can go to D5. So many times, I think lower rated players, they make a mistake. They go into position with no plans. And somehow I feel White could improve. That White could play like this, or you know, somehow slowly push over here. Some bishop G5. There are some probing moves.
Has more space also.
Yes, which is what I always like. So probably this is fine. But we had some new developments. So King G2. Yes. So A5, C5. Now he was kicked back. But this one, what is giving up a piece? Yes, there is some
Queen A7, of course, and then
no, I not. I was like first expecting Queen C6.
captured on G4 after this. No,
Maybe this. Oh, now the Queen is trapped. Maybe he even missed this, because otherwise this would be the principal line. But okay, so Queen A7, and now he gave up a piece, but not sure. Okay, Rook C8. There is. This pin is, it's really biting White, but okay, because B5 is appearing, but does he have some smart reply here?
What to do here?
I don't see it. Even like this move crossed my mind, but probably not enough.
B5 is the threat.
Like this, giving up a queen and entering. But I don't believe this. Yeah, at least I would get like this. And how much do I have?
Bishop C6 probably.
Yes. So this is not enough.
Simplify the
Yeah,
position.
Bishop C6 and Black is winning. So no. Yes, maybe he was surprised by this, because there is some kind of flurry of action here. Like so now if D5 just E5 pawn is hanging, and also maybe this was a bit unfortunate in this case. So okay, he played like this. Okay, normally I'd expect this is good, but maybe now he first should do this Bishop B5. This is like very beneficial pinning, and okay, there is some play here. Okay, I cannot see it now for black. Like if I have to go back, then okay, at least I'm happy with. I have some kind of control. So this is my impression. Maybe he missed this rook c8 because now I don't know how to move. Because not only that I might lose this bishop, but also my king is then a bit drafty, and I don't want to allow this at all. But how do I? Maybe this way I at least limit the damage. That okay, I put my knight here and somehow. But I don't like it so much for white already. That with this bishop, it has to be great for black. No, okay, there is knight d6, but still.
Bishop
Yeah, so maybe.
h4.
And this is a threat, but okay, maybe just castling. But this is now like we are not in time. I would like to stabilize with black because we have some long-term advantages. Okay, also like this is a plan for black. Maybe I go here. I don't know. This is very non-standard position, but maybe something like this I want to play. And then, you know, white legs and light square defenders. So this might be very, very unpleasant. Yes. It's like long-term white pieces will be tied up. But whether it's clear, I don't know, because okay, I just play like rook f2 and okay, I'm taking some pawns, jumping. So
maybe bishop g5 instead of g5.
Yes, I mean there are some holes in white position. Yes, so here this is the, yes.
Here.
Bishop g5. Yeah, so now, yeah, this is quite dangerous. Yeah.
Trade on e7 and then queen g5.
Let's take this one. But okay, it's not so clear. Okay, or queen f4 was there.
You can take.
But then this one.
Can you take on e5 now?
No.
No, later. First cap, yes.
And then f7 is hanging.
Okay, but it's not enough. Or you can take on c1 and.
Yeah, and then continue the attack. Yeah, that's something is going to.
Crazy.
Yes.
What to do here?
Yes, I'm sure that this is incorrect,
threats,
but there are some threats, yeah, and how to deal with it in practical game. This is not easy.
Probably king g8.
Yeah, run away. That's the best policy. Yeah.
Take
something. And some doubling here. Okay, at least it's dangerous for black. I don't see how he defends. So there's some sharp lines in store. Maybe this is what white has to do. All right. So he actually played bishop g5 right away. Yeah. So not this b3 business, but immediately. It goes down to hound black's king, and probably it's sensible because now b5 I will just appear with my queen right away here, and this is very, you know, suddenly all falls apart for black. So
maybe you can also take on f7.
Yes. So okay, let's do some attacking romantic game. Yeah.
You have the bishop on c4.
Yeah, I need to go here. But okay, it's not going to end up well. Yeah, at least I have this that in the end I win the queen. Yes.
Or bishop e6.
Also. Yeah, or bishop b5. Everything is like winning, but this is nice. So yes, black cannot afford this. Needs to resolve it.
Easier to play for white.
Yes. Now f6.
Oh my god.
Okay, it's like the only move that I could come up with, but
you can take on e6.
The queen is there, but okay, there are some tactics over, yes, but later on. But okay, how to break down black's position? There is also queen f4.
Or knight f4 looks dangerous.
Yes, also like there are so many tempting lines, but my head is spinning here. Like
for the knight, yeah.
Okay, how does this work? Like
You can take on G7, make perpetual.
Yes,
That's not.
yes.
Not
That's not
enough
his goal,
probably.
probably. Yeah, he will be like so happy doing this.
Maybe.
Okay, I'm just like this is just
To
some
checkmate and,
creativity. Yeah, that I want to do
96.
this,
Wow.
but no, but it's probably not working. Yeah, something here will happen, and maybe it's nothing. So let's
Okay,
go.
A fantasy line.
Yes, let's go back. But why there's many dangerous possibilities?
Many tactical options also.
Even this, just is playing queen f4, and if black is taking the pieces,
Dangerous too. Yeah.
just in order to stay balanced. Okay, now I want the king side, but okay, how often does this happen in the game? Yeah, so now my pawns are running. Maybe I abandon this knight and just like run here. Yeah, so.
Get a new queen.
Yes. For now, black king survives, so probably I should play it like this, or take on e6. No, this is way too complicated. Yeah, so b3 maybe also possible. So okay, at least we have a adventurous game. Yeah, so
They have
it's
to
nice.
calculate
It's a good
very well.
advertisement for Karakan. Yeah, that yes, there is a lot of
Very
yes.
dynamic position. Yeah.
Yes, we have some moves. So he took and he took on c4, but
That's
as-
the actual position.
so this is the position after queen takes
Okay.
c4. So now he recouped back the
Take on
piece.
F7 is not enough. Okay.
Not quite enough, but it's dangerous. Yeah. So and here black defense. We are like a similar scenario with this h pawn, but now at least I could give up the bishop for it. Can I bring this knight somehow? Not sure. Maybe also rook f4 comes to mind that I want to double and hit this pawn. Bishop g6 I take somehow. There's also this move. Protecting the bishop or bringing finally the
Attacking the
queen to
knight.
bear, yeah, but I'd say this is a very complicated position. I don't see like clear evaluation. Maybe white is winning, and because black is risking a lot with the king in the center, and there is no clarity. Yeah, so everything is hanging in the air. The king side is falling apart, but black got something in the center. So this is exciting game. Yeah, so we'll get back to it certainly when it will be more clear and evident who is better. And so now we have Ochedzan versus Ben Ari, and we had Pauls and Sicilian, so very standard. It was like Scheveningen. Yes, black waited with this d6, but ultimately he played it. It's possible to play with bishop b4, different line, but white plays like knight a4 and then gets two bishops usually. So bishop e7. Yes, and now queen on. Very typical treatment. Yes, so this one queen g3. Yes, so this right. Black plays for b5. It doesn't waste any time. I think
Develop the bishop.
yes, this should be still some theory. Maybe bishop d3 available, but a3 why not?
A3 is necessary. You only need.
Yes, bishop. I mean, many times in Scheveningen the bishop goes to f3, but in this case this makes more sense to attack. Yes, and queen d7. This
Looks not so common.
yes,
Queen d7.
I also don't like rook a8. It does seem to me like a kind of automatic move. And what is it achieving? I believe the plan is something like this and play with b4. Yeah, this should be some still
To put some
relatively normal
pressure
position. And
to the
also
center.
a relatively good move for black is g6. Surprisingly, I mean, it does look like it's opening the position, but somehow, sometimes I have knight h5, and if f5 I react with e5. It does have some reasons, but queen b7 probably I'd prefer. Yeah, definitely in this case, and it did seem like black
Seems
doesn't know.
like
But now he played knight h5 g6. Okay, he's not terrible yet, but
After
f5.
rook f3, you can take on h5. You can
Oh
sacrifice
yes,
the
this
king.
is very nicely
Nice
spotted.
idea,
Yeah,
yeah.
this is mating threat. Correct. So what should black do? Should he do something like f5 to try to?
5 or e5.
Yes. Also e5 is logical.
Or f5. Yeah.
Yes, like it allows some f5 g4, but it is maybe not enough for white. Yeah, definitely not enough. So, and if the queens are traded, then of course black is
It's okay for
black
black.
is great. Yeah. So okay, even if he gives up a pawn in something like this, let's say he has a compensation. Yeah. So it's like
Also f5.
yes,
because
this is a reasonable position.
e4 is pinned. Yeah.
Yes, the end games are serviceable for black. Okay, so I think okay, rook f3 is a very nice idea, and black has several defensive moves. We also rook e3. Some differences are to play like a waiting move like bishop c3, so that after e5 I have f5.
Okay.
There are various ideas. I suppose here the downside of this move that I could play like this with black, which I normally wouldn't have.
Open the
Yes,
long
open.
division.
Yes, kind of turn the tables in the middle of the board. So okay, like what about this knight? This knight. Okay, he played a3, but he wanted to go away anyway. So maybe he could have saved on this move, and now maybe okay. This is a nice path for the knight. Yeah, if it gets there, it's checkmate. But black is not sleeping. Yeah, so like maybe he wants to play f5 anyway. Yeah, that kind of typical move, trying to get some space. Okay, can white somehow utilize this? It's not clear to me. Black has some like bishop f6, and he will organize, and then
Trade the bishops. It's
yes,
important.
there are some trumps in the black's position. Yes, so some central play. Also e4 is a hole, and this knight is suddenly bad. Yeah, so maybe he now returns back to c3 or something. But and indeed he played bishop c3 in the game. Okay, so Yanni versus Asici, and we had some knight off. Let's go back. So, yes, the main line. And castle, queen d3. Again, this move.
Again.
Yes, I mean,
It's
this
very
is
popular.
slightly different. Because at least here, black defined the position
Makes more
somewhat.
sense, yeah.
And if this, okay, I still play like bishop e3 and... yes, it's possible to go like this or knight d5. So b5, a4. So not playing a3, but instead challenging black. Normally b4 should be the reply, but maybe here he disliked something. Okay, what could it be? Yeah, just take. It's like in this g3 line that of the h3 g3 lines of the knight. Sometimes the black rook goes like this, and then it looks slightly dodgy. But and this is probably better version for white, because there the white bishop is here. You know what I mean, yeah. And now I have some pressure over there, and perhaps this is bad for black. Yeah, that I mean does look nice for white. But okay, bishop b7 and some f5 maybe is coming, or d5 even. So it's not a given, but okay, he played b takes a4. Usually this is, I don't like knight d5 here, because usually this is good transformation for black. Suddenly this pawn is not weak because it's covered by that pawn, and also yes, I have a clear
F5,
plan. F5 e4 usually, or sometimes f5 f4, and okay, in order for white to succeed, he will need a lot of moves, and this is a lot harder to break than it looks. Yeah, that okay. First of all, he needs to get back with the rook, and then in such struggles, I prefer black, but it's not clear. Yeah, if I play e4 too soon, then I give up the d4 square. I don't want to do it.
C5 can be dangerous.
Yes, of course, some sacrifices. I mean, for now, I'm ready to play bishop b5 in reply.
Okay, C5, bishop B5, and then
Okay, so let's play something for black. Maybe this move. I'm not sure. Okay, this is also committal. It gives up this, but okay, maybe. Okay, I would.
but now you can play C5,
Okay, this.
go back, or queen E5, E4.
Yes, but maybe I'm already
Okay, F3
thinking of
is-
F3, but
F3 is good.
yes, also maybe like this, but
C6
yes, of course, it's very committal.
and F3.
And now F3 you play with white. And now what is?
No, the knight is hanging.
knight is. But
F3 is
okay,
not possible.
okay, but now F3 is not even threat, yeah. But we need to defend like this, maybe like Queen C4. Okay, how to evaluate this? This is a very nice pawn, but again, it is disrupting. Yeah, suddenly, white has this weakness and also king.
The king safety. Yeah.
Somewhat. Yes, but C5 definitely an idea. So, but maybe it needs to be prepared. But anyhow, I don't.
Maybe a bit later, or
Yes, I don't like what white did. I would play like bishop g5 and fight for the d5 square. I always want to have a piece there, like no, yeah, kind of
good
yes,
square for
e5. I
the
don't want to play it, and I want to maybe also double and try to lay siege on this pawn. So
a long-term advantage. Yeah.
yes, something. So we need to make a cutoff. So. Yeah, let's do like this. So this game and the next one, and then we return to the first. Yeah, so
Okay.
you can also take some breaks, up to you.
Oh, it's
yeah,
okay.
so it's fine. So yes, and this was Rosalimo.
Okay, with G6.
This is a bit strange because usually white faces a choice, so castles or bishop takes c6 immediately, and here black could take dc or bc. Instead, he played c3, which is a normal move, but usually it comes like later. For example, here, after this, now comes c3, and so that.
After
Okay,
castle,
yes, there are some lines d4 sacrifice, but okay, black is holding well. Also, neither 6 he can do. But what is the difference? I think neither 6 is like trying to prove that okay, he should castle first.
Knight e4 immediately. That's the difference.
Okay, yes, but it's not a problem. Like black doesn't want to do it probably anyway, and here the pawn is hanging indeed. Okay, could white do a gambit? I don't think so. That somehow I don't have even d4. This one is hanging. Okay, this looks like some kind of coffee house style, but it shouldn't be good. Yeah, that still okay. Black needs to think how to reply, but
you can protect the e pawn.
maybe
Rook e1 or
maybe like c4 just to keep it closed. I don't know.
well, it's
Yes,
okay
yes,
for black.
but
okay.
that's the thing that he did it
Queen
before.
E2. Okay.
Yes, but I don't like to play queen e2. That's
Okay.
concession. Yeah, that
D3 also.
D3 also concession. Yes, like it's hard to make me happy. But I really think that here this position is like some kind of, I don't know, kings in the maybe this one. I'm not sure this is the best move for. Like, but I don't want to. I want to play d4 with white. Yeah, like why do I have d3 in the position? Yeah, suddenly black overturns the initiative. So.
And if you
Or
play
takes.
e5,
Okay, like maybe this or
a bit earlier.
or for black, you mean?
In the beginning, yeah. Okay. Without d3.
Oh, here
No.
e5. Yes, so it's possible, but it's not.
Knight e5 probably.
Yes,
Then-
it's not the best with the c3 move. To explain the difference, because usually it's like this. For example, I will castle. Bishop g7. This is standard line, and now I don't play. Okay, c3 is possible, but here if I play e5 and then I don't play c3 here. I play knight c3, so that's kind of changing the knight, and this is normal. but I don't think it's good to mix because. So let's see. If I play e5 here, it's some kind of a la pin, but with bishop b5. It doesn't inspire that much confidence. Yeah? So let's say this. Okay, now do I want to play d4? It's some kind of like English opening. Yes, but I do believe that that is fine for black. I will play like this and d6,
Knight c3.
maybe queen b6. Yeah, I think yeah this is like a pleasant position for black. So this is why he played queen e2, but that is also not ideal. Yeah, and now a6. Okay, I'm surprised. Like I would play bishop g7 without too much thought. Bishop g7 castle. Then I would re-evaluate and I don't see. Because this is the move which sometimes white wants to play anyway, so... And now BC... again, I would prefer DC, but okay, so this one, what is his plan? Now white achieved d4 actually. a5, logical.
It's okay for black.
It's okay, it's okay.
Bishop a6.
Yes, it's fine. There's also d5 here. And maybe 5. I'm not... okay, here maybe I want to fight for the light squares, but this is normal. Yeah, so it's like flexible move. And if I played by white, some activity. Now 94. Let's head into current position. So black offered the queen trade. And white, of course, is saying okay, but on his terms, like he shouldn't take on b4, then ab, of course, and black enjoys advantage. But rook ac1, and here is a weakness, and this is also not yet solved.
But he has the pair of bishops. So.
Yes, and there is Isolani, but I like white because somehow this bishop still needs to prove himself. What does he? If he goes like this, then knight c5, yeah? So I don't have a...
It's a weak square on c5.
Yes. So black should find something dynamic to offset the structural disadvantage. How he should do it? Maybe like...
Maybe knight, bishop g4 first.
Bishop g4, so now knight e5 is a move. And it's maybe possible to get away with this and trade down into endgame, and it's opposite color bishops, but it's worse. Maybe bishop f5. That I want to. Essentially, I want to make a draw in some pawn down position. Yeah, something like this. I don't know. And play a4 and e6, and saying that okay, I will survive, but it's not so much fun. So let's say this is maybe playable. Yeah, white could lay a trap, probably like something. Yeah, h3 is a useful move anyway, and if this, I have rook c8. Okay, just a neat little thing, but okay, black will maybe improve. He will play this e6. Not so bad, yeah. Yeah, this gives him some kind of reprieve. And let's now check our final game, like from our, choosing. And this is a game between Kopylov and Kukushkin. So Kukushkin is a young, talented Bulgarian player. I had the chance to experience him in the last tournament, and we played a quick draw, but he's certainly dangerous. And Daniel Kopylov is experienced, and he played really nice game yesterday in the Greenfeld Indian defense. It was absolutely clear win. And let's go from the beginning. We had Slav, and the main line. And knight b7. This is slightly non-standard because bishop b4 is and short castle. Trying to understand why this is not maybe ideal. Could white try to play like a5, a6, or try to push e4 somehow quickly, maybe even this move. Yes, I think he should do this move later. Essentially, knight bd7. It's like not a big deal, and maybe I'm trying to understand if he doesn't know the theory, so it's just like inexperience, or he plays it with some kind of deeper purpose, some kind of novelty. But I don't like it very much. Okay, because I think in such a way that I play first the moves which I must do, and then the moves which I could do, and there's some like leeway there. But okay, castle, bishop e7 here, so it's slightly passive, and yes, white should play either a5 or for e4, like h3 is why it's okay move, but not necessary in my opinion. Maybe now he wants to play knight h4, kind of eliminating bishop g4 lines. But okay, it was possible.
Not so much sense. Yeah.
Yes, yes, I would still play. Okay, knight h4. At least get this bishop pair. I mean here. Okay, maybe it's not a big advantage, but it's something for white. Okay.
E5.
Yeah, e5, bishop e3, and the game continues. But e5 could be also detrimental, yeah, if it's played too early. So, okay, queen e2, but that's logical. Now knight b6 back, and now knight d2. Yes, logical, fighting for e4.
And now he can trade the knight.
Okay, this looks like a dream for white, yeah, that he achieved his center and pushed away black pieces. But okay, black has some kind of play against it.
Yeah.
Yes, now e5. Yes, now knight c4. Nice move. So these type of positions are tricky for black because the bishop is out of play. Yeah, that later in the endgame, some king h8, f6, bishop f7, but it's very, very hard to make it work. Yeah, or some f5. This pawn is pinned, so white, if he plays on the queen side and the center, then he's doing great. And okay, he has some holes over there, but I don't see how it could be used. Like there is only like this like known trap here, that somehow this is a double attack against this, and this wins for black. Yeah, but if white doesn't fall for this, it's maybe still knight g4, but h5. But you know, of course, white could do anything. He could take it like this, and then the queen is defended. So yeah, just thinking what could be.
Is d5? Is it not possible?
Of course, it's possible. Yeah.
So e5 is hanging. Okay.
If I
that's the
think
same
like
idea.
yeah, but how to defend, like not even.
Okay, the queen is protected.
The queen is protected, but still it's awkward. Yeah. So that's why. Okay. In the game he played e4, but it just crossed my mind like how to deal with it with white like cleanly. Maybe like this, and this. Let's see if he takes. I take over there. Or I can also recapture. Somehow recapture first, and then try to take the knight. Okay, this is some nonsense, but okay, interesting that yeah. This is a tactical player. He just played e4, and after queen d4, okay, white is trading queens. So let's imagine because of the main threat, yes. Oh no, the g7 is protected, yes. So maybe now he wants to go away. Maybe he should, but okay, this.
Queen g5 was also good.
Queen g5, yes, that's right. Here.
Yes.
Now maybe I have
Threatens
f4.
Bishop. Okay, now okay, bishop c5, but now.
Maybe winning a piece, but yes, it's certainly tricky for white. Yeah, queen e7. Try yes.
It's the same idea.
With the same idea, and yes, actually there is something to be said, because if the pawn was here, then maybe white is like close to winning, but with the pawn on h3, really,
Black squares are weak.
really weak. Maybe white should insist, yeah, to try to make queen trade. and then bring the rooks.
C5.
Yes, bishop c5. I was relying I could go here, that somehow you will not punish me in this diagonal, but maybe... Okay, so this, if white stabilizes, then he's much better. Yeah, I just want to say that this kind of endgame is very tasteless for black, with pieces out, and white will go for the queen side later on, and it's maybe not lost, but certainly much worse. Okay, so now, after this large circle, let's return to the top board. Dorans against Svane, and we saw this also we were commentating with Vasu that it was some kind of Catalan, but white played d3, d4, and black played h6. But it's a long game full of possibilities. So 94, he jumped to change the structure. Okay, maybe. Was e3 any good? No, b7 is hanging. That's bad. Yeah, so. This one, he protected. This only, so they spent a lot of time adjusting this position. I'm not so convinced of black's play. I might, try to just take or go with the knight over here. And in a sense, it's a typical position. But to win this, as black is a long road. There is some attack on the king side, but not yet. And I think white is slightly better. So once this bishop disappears, also this one comes alive. There are also some d5 sacrifices. Maybe black has some nice way to blockade it. I don't know, something like this. But I dislike this already. So if I go back, then also c6 is a hole. Okay, what about c5 move? Still, somehow this transformation is not to my liking. Yeah, so in 94, usually maybe black should wait with this and prepare and okay d8 and something. Yeah, but it's not easy to generate play. And c5, of course, it's possible, but comes with its own downsides. Then hanging pawns appear. So yes, that's why I want to play e4. He could.
If possible.
He could. I mean, most of the time it's just some kind of simplification. But here some tactics work in white's favor. So I mean, queen e7 for that reason doesn't work. Maybe that's why he played knight e4, because he sees that e4 is coming and some trades. So he wants to stop it at all costs. But was it worth it, or was c5 better maybe to to arrive into such position? Hanging pawns. Yeah, those are. There are some tricks for white available, even directly knight c4. Yes, so it's like very typical, and using those pins on the long diagonal on the d file, and
it's
then
quite easy
this
to
falls.
protect the pawns.
Yeah, and black doesn't want to play like this, because then this is one and maybe just going back and occupying this square or anything. Yeah, so somehow.
And white has no weaknesses.
Yes, but I do believe maybe objectively is not bad position for black. Maybe now something 94, some kind of piece activity. But I understand why he didn't want to go for this. This is kind of like, I don't know, playing for a draw against lower rated opponents. So yes, 94, but then he needs to protect the pawn and also create some play later on. So he will not have it easy. So Puring versus Balaji, and we discussed this position that even though it was played this line several times, and I think it was famously played by Sindarov,
The candidate,
in the World Cup. I think he beat. But was it this game or not? There was some women's game, but there was also this. I believe that he won this with black. Maybe the last game, maybe the decisive game, which cleans his World Cup title. But yes, it was then decided in the time scramble. I mean, normally Normally I like white with the two bishops and kind of easier play. Now he provoked d4, he returned back, and now he's ready to take it and take on c5. Yes, overall black has a lot of weaknesses and those rooks are not doing anything on the closed files. Okay, if black waits, I suppose white will improve. White will play some a4, bishop b3, play on the a file. So black has to do something, but okay, is it any good? Also I would take with the bishop on c5. This one is slightly surprising. So yeah, comes a4, b4. If black takes, probably this is a weakness, and I may gang up on it also on the 5th rank, and this is very nice for white. So b4. Yes, a5, nice. And because it's disconnecting those two pawns, not available. The a5 move for black. So now this is weakness. This is also, let's highlight it. So respectively, also I need to improve the knight later on. Like I might bring him something like there. And this will be weak. Overall, I don't see the counterplay for black. Like this is the point that it's not even maybe immediately lost, but white could afford some really slow moves. Yeah, so like going back and forth and slowly but surely, like he will win. Yeah, so black needs to do something radical. Also, yeah, this is a really nice maneuver. I didn't appreciate it too much that, playing b4 and bishop b2 and kind of trying to provoke this d4 because then, okay, what changed? Now it gives free hand for white on the queen side. Because imagine that I play bishop d2 immediately, black could always take on e4 and kind of transform the game. So I don't think it's so easy. Yeah, to push this for white, but the other position, yeah, already a4 is happening. So and this diagonal is open. So yeah, nice position for
white.
For Puranik. Yeah. So more number 3, Heinrich, and this was king's Indian. Kind of response from English, and yeah, both sides invested some additional moves, but I think it's a rather typical position. I mean, this is funny. White plays like this, kind of suggesting that let's repeat this, yeah, because I have no plan, I have no ambition. Just okay, try to win this with black. You are higher rated, and it's
show me how.
Surprisingly, not so easy. Yeah, that okay, rook a7, kind of going around, but now he played b4, so this is not in his interest. Yeah, he should somehow wait a bit more. Okay, what should he do if he would play for a win, some f4, f5, but it's also dangerous, double-edged, giving the e5 square. So that's why he's hesitating. He doesn't know what to pick next. Like queen c2 maybe I would play to have this angle, maybe then knight d5, and then slowly f4, f5. This would be my choice, but before I don't like this. It opens up the a file. Also, it leads to some potential trades, or okay, he avoided it, but now this. At least black has something, yeah, that this is now vulnerable. Knight a7, and this was a nice move. So probably this is no good here, because I will play rook a3, something I will arrive there. What about taking? So takes.
Bishop d4.
Yes, bishop d4, very logical move. Well, still it's reasonable for white. Yeah? Let's say I take and play like queen f6. I may try to double, but this knight is bit in the way. I would like to now play rook a2, but I cannot. I'll probably not lose him, but this knight is in offside. And
Absolutely.
yes, on the other hand, what is white doing? Maybe with this rook. I don't know
Maybe
which.
knight e2 and knight f4 goes to d5.
Yes, this is very logical. Black needs something, some b5 to open up. Maybe also return with the knight. Yes. So, but I think white allowed a lot of counterplay, which he might regret. Like because the other position here he could wait. He could maybe not play even a3. Okay, because what is this move? Okay, does he want to go here or not? Maybe knight b5 is a move, and just kind of maneuvering, going around. Once we have this position after knight a7, suddenly things are happening. But maybe it's fine. I'm sure it's fine for white, but against stronger player it might be risky. Okay, so
Very adventurous, yeah.
yes. So Amar, yes, and we discussed this, and okay, black played this bishop d7 move in the opening. Yeah, let's backtrack. Like this move, to me it's surprising, but it's a nice move. And just played the standard moves afterwards, and I believe that this position was like around equal. But chances for both, and he went in for f5. I was suggesting ef rook e8, which I found to be logical, but maybe it's okay, not so critical for white. Maybe queen f3, and he's doing well. So okay, so he played rook f8. He didn't react, and f6. So he allowed this, and now bishop d8. So this is like ambitious. If the bishop is on f8, it guards the king, but it might be stuck. So in bishop d8, okay, he tries to reappear on b6, maybe after the knight is traded. So white is hoping for some maybe sacrifice and opening up. I mean, how to get rid of this knight? Only way maybe bring the other one. Or exchange sacrifice. Yeah. But even to get there, it's like bit like you need to go like this. Yes, but maybe I will play e5 now and stop this. So how it will take far too many moves. Yeah, in my opinion. So
You can also play h3 and take on g4.
yes, he's trying to just get there
To
and
open the h line, but
yes, but I don't somehow I don't trust this. So instead he went just rook h1.
okay.
He's trying to claim some positional advantage, but I'm not sure that he has it because okay, black gets out. Queen d7 already. The knight on a4 is hanging. This is the current position. I don't see what white should do. Like he played some normal Sicilian. He played f6, but he has no attack, and okay, he's losing a pawn. And then what? It's okay.
Maybe
Means
knight
something, but those are.
e2.
But there is also b3 to be considered here for black.
Okay.
But even like this, like
b3.
there's a simple
then
moves. So this
knight, okay.
is
That's hanging.
okay. Let's say knight d4. You can go back, but it's.
We lost a pawn here.
Yes, it's and it might be a very important pawn. Yeah, and okay, this knight g3. I had the idea to ignore it and just let him take the knight and go back and like I will. Okay, maybe this is too much, but
That's right.
okay. Also, black is okay. I want to play like this and give mate, but maybe it's too optimistic. Maybe there is.
Okay, now we can.
I mean, white, in order to give mate, I need how many moves? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, in those 4 moves, I should mate with black. But, okay, it's not so simple that, of course, white has some defenses, but... Okay, it's just one unforced line. But I suppose it's a pawn, and even if... You know, there is a motive here that I could take. Let's say with the pawn a5, rook h1, and now before you block me, even this I wanted to point out. Yeah? This is like a fortress for black.
But you can capture on h5 instead of.
Oh, yeah. This would be bad news for the fortress. This rook sacrifice. And now, if you take with the queen, I am yes happy that I get my queen back into defense. Otherwise, the c2 is hanging. Maybe some g6, some wild adventure. But okay, maybe this. Take on f7. I go king. No, king f8 doesn't help. Then bishop h6. Yeah, so suddenly now the black king is exposed. Yeah, now we see what might happen. Yeah, that and why will give checkmate. But yes, I think okay, maybe g6, maybe. Okay, what about this? Play f7. I put it here. Need some sneaky move.
Looks good.
That looks very good, yeah. So, yeah, it's not so easy for. Also, nice point that after king f8, I play first this, and then I play the mate. Yeah.
And then you check it.
So this is real. Like at least black has to think about it, and still somehow don't believe it. But yes, he has absolutely no defenders, so that's why this is working. Maybe some a5 move was sloppy or something.
The only option here.
Yes, or to play it h5 here and somehow. Okay, then white is also kind of telegraphing this, or with the g4. Yeah, sometimes he might also play. Yeah. So it's not
considerable.
Yeah, not that easy. Also, I would like to play like d5. Yeah, in this type of position. Maybe not bishop b6 because this is like too slow. I want to open it up right away to trade queens or something.
And if knight d4, when?
Knight f4, this. Let's say take.
Okay, that's okay for play.
It should be okay, yes. It's.
And instead of knight f4, knight d4, can you?
Yes.
You cannot capture on e4.
Yes, because my bishop is hanging.
Threats here. Probably queen d7.
Yes. I want to sacrifice like this, trying to manufacture some mate, but I don't see how yet. How do I do it? So.
Okay.
Yes, I think.
And knight f4 when you take on instead of knight d4.
Okay. Yes. So
first idea.
Yes.
Okay.
So first idea. So
and then,
this.
And then queen h3.
Yes, it could be.
Because of queen h6.
Yes. Yes.
If you
it's very
take
dangerous.
On it, looks very dangerous.
Indeed. So okay, all I can think of is like this. So when you take, I go back with my queen and I defend. But maybe you have something better. This.
Take on a6.
Okay, it's like black doesn't have to take. This is the problem, but.
Just it's not working.
Just like ignoring, yeah. But yes. Also the other one is not so convincing. Yeah. So hard. I don't see how white breaks through, and he played this with f5, f6 is like very committal. That if you go back, does he have to play f6? Because then like there will be like no opening of the position. He's almost like saying that he'll paralyze the black. But can he play like rather for the weakness of the e6 square? But it's not. It's difficult without this bishop and with this knight far away. How to create attacking plan? Maybe directly. But it takes 4 moves just to sacrifice and then still. Yeah, so I don't know. Okay, let's continue. So we saw this Philidor end game.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and I guess this is normal. He put his king to e2. Okay, possible. Then remaneuver the knight.
Black played h5.
So black, so maybe white shouldn't have allowed it. Maybe something like h5 was.
Instead of this.
I think because it gives some, or even here I will play g5. But now maybe black is hoping for this square, yeah, and slowly doubling and step by step. But maybe I could then put my knight there to g2 and anyway. Because like this type of position, it does look like black is getting somewhere. Let's say this, but ultimately also these rooks are bad, yeah. So it's like doesn't matter that this rook is out of play.
A knight on g6 in such a position.
Yes.
But
Okay, maybe you can somehow engineer it like this. Yes. I think maybe it might be an idea, but okay, white is also playing, and I don't believe that. Okay, he can break through, but I'm always like a pessimist in such positions that somehow they always prove me wrong that they'll find the way to squeeze the water out of stone. Yeah, that. Before now already the h4 pawn is hanging.
But also this.
E5 pawn then it will be. But suddenly black got something. Yeah, so. Okay, how does it work if he takes?
Oh, it looks good for white. Or okay, you can give a check.
Yeah, this is a bit awkward. But when now king d1, maybe now there is no follow-up for black. He will need some more pieces, yeah. But
the pawn is.
yeah, also this is hanging, yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, already, yes, black. Somehow this knight is suddenly trapped. Yeah, so
Trapped, yeah.
yes. It's so he shouldn't take because he can take when he wants. Maybe he should defend
Knight,
first.
knight
Yeah?
e7 looks solid, yeah.
And then probably he's winning this pawn. Yeah, I don't see why not. Okay, if white defends, I mean hits like this and okay, this, but this is like
g5.
yeah, terrible move to make, and g5 is coming. So okay, rook g4. I have to do still g5. But here I maybe have some miracle.
Knight f6 also instead of g5.
Oh, knight
It's
f6.
good enough.
Knight f6 is really pushing black white out. Yeah.
Crushing
So
the position.
yeah. So suddenly he really I think he allowed far too much. That okay, he went away with the knight and didn't prevent h5 and made some weaknesses. I don't see why he was. Why he didn't play g5? To me, this is automatic move. Because suddenly this is difficult to defend. I
Either
think.
he plays h5 before, or when he plays g5.
Yes.
As you told.
Yes, like some options. Yeah, I have a question because here white could at least trade all the rooks. I'm not sure if g5 is good. Probably it is. But if you
Black
have
is a pawn up, but
if you have this position, I mean, it's an advantage, but still a long way to go. Yes, probably with
looks quite equal. Maybe a little bit better for black.
it's yes, it's after all it's a pawn. I think it is something, but okay, because yes, maybe this to have the h pawn if needed. Maybe white could force it somehow to be traded there, but this is already coming, so. Okay, but now this. Okay, not really.
Okay,
Maybe knight
d3,
f7.
no, knight d3 is possible.
Yes.
This
Like,
one, okay.
and now.
No, you. Okay.
Okay, with white I want. At least I wanted to do this, but then knight g4. So it's also not. Because I think this position may be lost for white. He shouldn't allow it.
Because of the passed pawn.
Yes. So. No, it's. I think it's going to lose the pawn, lose the game. Like from.
He's in trouble.
Yes, from a seemingly okay position. Yeah, so. Okay. And this was what happened. Yeah, already 97, and I think Jumabaya will win. So. Petkov Selbes, and we had this dragon, which.
Okay.
Okay, it looked very nice for white. But how does it continue? So bishop g4, nice. And just winning exchange. And I don't see... Okay, black doesn't have any attack, any compensation. Actually, white pieces are working very well, so it should be over quite soon. Okay, what is the double exchange sacrifice? But I don't see the point.
Now he's a rook up.
Yeah, so two exchanges, yeah.
Or two exchanges. Yeah.
So, okay, because there is obviously there is no fortress, there is whole board, so he cannot like even hope. Okay, like white will win this anyhow, yeah. So this seems like a very strange game from black.
Knight
like
c4 is.
oh, knight c4 he wants to play maybe. Maybe this is what he relies on. The only move, yeah. I couldn't give back the exchange or something better, maybe. Yeah, I think this should be sufficient and just some kind of c3, and then I have this one exchange and okay, black has nothing. But yeah, maybe even rook d3 is possible, but why too complicate it? I would just give back something. So
Also c3 is possible.
yes, why not? Also good move. That now black would have to give up the dragon bishop, yeah. So this one was mishandled by black, but already it was difficult. That once this dragon didn't land on safe feet, it's like I don't like bishop e6, because bishop e6 is the move that you usually do with some d5 ideas. Yeah, that like you want to upset the white. Or you do it like this, so you frustrate and then but now it's too slow. Now white has already ready-made attack, so I don't see why this should be any good. So yes, I think deserved win for white. So Traun versus Euler, and we saw Q4. Yeah, this was this messy Caro-Kann game. This is maybe most entertaining so far. Knight takes d4, castle. Could he? No, he can take the knight. Yes, exactly. So now, actually,
Weak, but now he castled. Okay.
actually, white saved the knight. It kind of continues. And what is the material? Material is even, and I mean this king is weaker.
This king is weak.
Definitely.
e5 is also.
Yes, e5 is also weak. What white is hoping for that he returns triumphantly with the knight and then something, but I don't see it. Also, maybe g4 h5 could be an idea. Trying to soften up the black king side. Okay, black, what could he do? He should utilize the rook somehow. So rook c8 or rook d8. Maybe rook d8. And if this, I could even like this already. I think white feels the pressure, yeah, that it's also knight g6 is coming. Yeah, this like long term, he has big weaknesses. Also the queen side, but you know the whole thing is unstable. So I like black. Yeah, so somehow from this mess, because now it seemed like great for white for a while. I was thinking of queen g7. This is what we analyzed. But rook c1, at least he saved the knight, but he didn't do much more than that. And yes, I think he's in trouble.
He made a mistake. In which position?
Yes, it's hard to say. Like maybe he should be greedy and take the pawn and even give up this knight, because it costs black some time. Yeah, so
looks interesting. And then rook f8?
I don't know. I think I suggested rook f4 before, but okay, maybe just this and running. There are various ideas. Even bringing in the knight, like some knight f4, but okay, like this and then doubling, hitting this. Okay, it makes a lot of sense in my mind. And no castling for black. The king is in the middle, so definitely should have been preferred. And if you compare it to the current position, then black is very safe. Yeah, and white is overextended himself. Rook d8 he played, and I think he's going to win. Okay, so all heads on. What was this? This was this Scheveningen, bit mysterious
okay.
also, but
G6, okay.
but F5 and E5.
King,
But probably it should be fine for black. I don't like that he took immediately.
I also don't like E5, but
But it's true that in this position, at least white gets the E5 square for his pieces, and it's his weakness. Is like typical. But black has this very nice firing squad here. So C4, okay, good. C4. He wants to shut it down by C5. So what should black do? The problem is that if training the bishop, then he loses the E6 pawn. So another C5 is coming. I don't know. Now I feel a bit strange with this pawn. And white might bring the queen somehow or advance the queen side. Like long term, this is world better for white. Decentralized pieces and better structure. So what should black do? Like hit somewhere around E5. White over to green. Also, my question is what? Of course, is not. It's a bit anti-positional, but still, I want to play D4 now in some kind of French, which
maybe B4.
Maybe B4, but then
Trade
takes
the
and C3.
bishops.
Oh yeah, with this idea yeah, that you play bishop B5. Good.
I know.
Yeah. Now. Okay, because white is hoping for some G4, but it's not clear. It's not clear to me. And black might play like this positionally. This is a great idea, or yeah, something else like A5 and then B4 to play with the pawns. But yes, I don't think it's so bad like this one. But the other one, I think it's worse because this one is weak and. Like this knight, if the knight was somewhere around here, then I would prefer black.
Much easier.
But the knight is really out, and yeah, I think black was hoping for this, but C4 maybe he missed the C4 move, and I do think that here he's better. Okay, he played bishop D4. How does this work? Bishop D4. How that here he has counter. Okay, reasonable. So C5 maybe.
He's trying to
Maybe I don't give the D5 square. I don't know.
exchange the bishops.
Yeah, I mean, white is still a bit disorganized.
problems,
Yes. Initially, I thought that he's better, but let's say this one, maybe rook D5 or take, and
Probably take.
oh, there is a tactical problem that G2 is hanging. Now I need. I mean, okay, I need to take like this, but then I don't want to play C5 because, okay, like I'm concerned that suddenly black gets a really nice play on the D file.
Also knight F4 here.
Oh yes. No, now it's turn around. So bishop D4, yeah, and suddenly, yes.
Nice move.
Yes, I underestimated this one. So, indeed, now some problems for white. Yeah, how to settle this position? Maybe bishop D4. Maybe this. Oh no, actually he took and queen E3. Double attack. And if rook D6, then C5. Okay, what should he do now, black? No, this is... Okay, let's say knight B2. Could black take it twice? I don't think so. But I'm not sure also. This, or let's say this one first. Something in this. Does black have compensation? He probably cannot take
It's
because
the
of
question,
the weakness of his king. I think. At least there is this, yeah. That
You
I
have a
get.
check on
Yes,
five.
I win back the rook. So But it does look very dangerous for white. There should be some, like in this brilliant, Rubinstein game, I believe it was. Something, but okay. Yes, yes. But this one is, of course, quite different. But can he maybe just... I can bring the queen because this bishop is hanging. Bishop e4, bishop d5. Okay, this is... Yeah, maybe this, yeah.
Maybe.
They want to, okay, even trade it, and the end game is good because my pieces are rather dominant, yeah, so I don't mind trading it down. So it looks like black got a nice play suddenly. Okay, let's go to the Yanni Asic game, and we had Najdorf. Yeah, there's this queen d3.
Okay.
c4. A5, this is logical move. I also wanted to point out before that this is what I want with black, yeah? It's a standard idea. F4, A4, yeah, so kicking away the knight. Not really, okay, the pawn is pinned. So F5, okay, also is a decision. Why not to trade in the middle? But perhaps... Didn't see anything here. Should they play like with those pawns? Yeah, it looks... But now this already hangs, and now it will be blockaded, okay. Yeah? Now it's okay for black. So at least he wanted to use this f5 pawn.
Okay, then...
Knight a6, okay. And suddenly, yes, it looks great for black. He totally, holds down the queen side. Those are like weaknesses. I would say, let's highlight it like this: backward pawns. And what white has on the king side is not clear. Yeah, this is so bishop a5, nicely played. Rook b8. I think already he accumulated some positional advantages, and he is trying to cash in with knight b3, b2.
Okay, bishop e3, maybe bishop b6.
Yes, I want to trade the dark square bishop. This is in my interest.
Knight e4.
Yes, knight is coming to d4. Exactly, queen is coming to c5. Rook is coming. Is there any attack? Like, for example,
F5
like...
is hanging in some position.
Yeah, f5 is also hanging. I think it's a disaster for white because even if, okay, let's say the best case scenario, like something like this, just one move defense, yeah? And there is... Okay, this is like banging head against the wall, yeah? There is... oh, queen f6 is there.
Maybe we can...
Of course, like... of course.
But how?
Like maybe even knight f5.
5 and...
Yeah, because here... But he first takes here, that's the problem. That's the problem. Okay, but we don't have to allow this at all. Yeah, like, okay, now it's just a 994, but let's say I might go here. I might go rook f7 immediately. So that here I go here. I could bring the queen. I could take the pawn. I don't believe that white has any attack. So
it's more precise, yeah.
Even okay, g6 is a move, kind of provocative move, but trying to win the f5 pawn. Yes. What? Yeah, but okay, some little tricks for white, but all in all, black should win this. And so we discussed this position. Indeed, he gave up a pawn.
Okay.
And but okay, there was
some
double attack. So actually, he won it back immediately. So now some simplification in f6. Okay, trying to make the bishop awkward. But just so if he plays normally, then the knight would be hanging, and the first rank is defended still. So first f6. I somehow I really hate this move because I would play like e6 and trying to hold it. I think it's quite comfortable.
Looks solid, yeah.
Yes, but f6. Okay, maybe he's suggesting that here some g5, some tactical idea, but I don't see it. Maybe this to upset the coordination of white. Yeah, it might be, okay, rook queen e1. But at least I got back the pawn cleanly and maybe I secured some play. I mean, white pieces are also awkward here, so...
It should be better for black.
Yes. Probably it is. Like this one, yeah? If I go back somehow... Oh, now I get this point, because in this line... Oh, it's also, this is check, no. Okay, I can take it like this, but I don't think this is what black wants. This is like very sad position, yeah? Only white can win, so no. Queen d1. Maybe the rook might be somehow trapped. Does it or I don't see. Okay, like anyway, it's probably fine for black.
I saw an interesting idea. Knight c3.
After the trade?
No, before the trade.
Knight c3, this kind of interference. Oh, this is nice.
Maybe, but okay.
There is this.
No, you take on a8.
Trying to use the back rank, but how?
No, the rook is hanging. No, queen b1.
Oh, queen back. Yeah, so maybe this is that breaks the connection somehow. Oh, this is brilliant. If really this is the idea.
And now? Queen c3 is
maybe
not
I have
possible.
This one.
Oh my god.
So trick. But I'm not sure about it. Like take, and now the rook is hanging. Also, this is coming. Maybe still good for black. Yeah,
maybe it's working.
Rook c8. And this.
Looks funny.
Yeah, this is the idea, but but I don't want to start an engine here because probably this is not correct at all. But
it cannot be possible to play here.
No, but indeed, this is a brilliant move. Like at least the idea that it's really yes, it's worth analyzing here because. I mean, still, even this line, if I now the rook is hanging, if I try to ignore it, or queens c3 is mate. Yes. So I don't see why. so f6 and indeed the bishop is in trouble. I don't want to play here because I don't know. At least I have some take and f5.
Maybe.
Yes. No, the bishop is
But
gone.
you can also take on f4?
I can also, I mean, this
bishop h6?
This seems to be enough, but okay.
Instead of...
yes.
If you take immediately.
Take immediately.
And when?
Yes, now he cannot really insert this.
Okay.
I mean, okay, so this is winning.
This is winning, and
if it takes...
I will take back.
And I want to, but this is very, very dubious. Like, okay, maybe it holds for white. Wait, some intermezzo here with the knight, but I don't see. Okay, knight h3,
and
but it's
the
done.
knight is hanging,
but then king g2. It's now white will not blunder the mate. Yeah, like
if you take on
at least he's safe.
Then you take, And then
And then
the
this.
queen is taken. But now
Okay, maybe, but yes. I suggested that here just this f5 probably wins, yeah. So I mean there is
The easy way.
take an f5, yeah. Now wins the piece. So so suddenly white is in some trouble, and I think he missed this. Okay, he played bishop h4, but what do you say about this one? Yes, we said that black is better, but well, maybe. I mean, the problem is with the back rank that this is really maybe terminal for white because yeah, there is threat to take some queen b1, some knight c3 now without sacrifice, just pure move. So how like this? Maybe I could take and play with the. I don't like it, no, but okay, anything. Queen c3 is it enough? No. This. Yes, yes. So we'll make a break soon. But okay. So this one, I'm just curious about this moment that now knight c3.
okay.
It's any good. All right. So he likes f5, f5, f4 is probably good, and this.
No.
This rook e7. Somehow, unfortunately, what did we say? Like this.
That was the best move? Okay.
This. Rook c8, but somehow we. 91, I said this. Oh, there is rook c3. I mean, that's the
Okay.
problem. That's the problem, yeah. So always one little detail, yeah, eludes us. Yeah, but okay, really great line, yes. Yes. Now just to finish up with this Kukushkin. So it was this Slav where he had misplaced pieces, but
Okay.
he remaneuvered the knight, and now
Takes.
at least he got this pin in.
He's spinning
So,
the
okay, so
knight
let's
here,
say
okay.
queen g3 I expect to be played because f4 would be taken, and now some type of rook c8 is some rook or to deny rook d7.
I think white is doing better in the end.
Yes, I also think that he's better, but because he has the opportunity to trade whenever he wants, and
A strong bishop here.
but he shouldn't do it right away. Probably, maybe he should improve first. And okay, e4 is hanging. Okay, maybe white is slightly better, but this will be a long fight. Yeah, so we'll return to this game later. So thank you for your attention and stay with us. We'll return after the break. Okay, see you soon. I'll put in the break.
Let's continue.
Okay, so welcome back at our coverage. It's me, Milan Pacher, and with my co-host. Yes. So let's go right from the board number 1. And Rasmus Svan has created something. So we saw this was a playful position, but maybe I slightly liked white. But I was suggesting knight c4 move to get the 2 bishops. Instead, he kind of waited and okay. One, like what is, and I try to understand. So now the c7 is like counterplay, but he still didn't have to do it. He wants to play like a4 or, yes, but b5 is an important move. It's nice because it eliminates this knight c4. White was not in time to do it for some reason. Yes, and now suddenly black dominates. Yes, so even this f3, it's like. Typically opens up the center and then
He wants to push the e pawn, but
yes, but even knight e4 seems logical, or many moves. Even the ending is better. But okay, perhaps
better pawn structure for black.
yeah, better pawn structure because there is blockade. This is like Nimzovic style and c5 utilizing the majority. Yes,
A wonderful knight on e4.
Yes, can be. Attacked. Okay, can you play like rook f4 to strap him? But it's like not much of a help, yeah. And suddenly we see all the ideas, yeah. But I think it was terribly misplayed, yeah, from from White essentially. Like why he did it like this? Also f3 it's not forced. Like okay, maybe he's somewhat worse, but
play it later.
yes, he could play some a4 and.
Prepare it.
Kind of marking time, yeah. But yes, I understand why he was worried because black will improve, yeah. So already this was bad, but I believe like this is at least correct in principle. But okay, still c6 comes and no, how to get any further? Yeah, so he put kind of. Radical measure with this f3, but I think it's just very bad. Yeah, and now he played like bishop a5, hitting the rook. Rook will step up or. Let me see what happened here. Like some kind of repetition or what? No. Just now. Queen d5 is the idea is just to invade. Maybe queen d3.
Maybe.
Yes, even. Yeah, so this one.
To simplify.
And then the third rank is really vulnerable. Also, the e5 pawn will get lost. This still hangs in there. I think black is winning.
Many weaknesses.
Black is winning because.
Situation, yeah.
Okay.
Oh. What
And here we had a nice
checkmate.
Checkmate from Poranik. So okay, let's go back. So this is this positional masterpiece. I think is slowly outplayed. Once the knight is on c4, it's wonderful. Also, it's like a lead on black's play that. Yeah, he maximized the pieces. Now he decided this is the time to pounce. And also accurate calculation is necessary. But this one I don't think it's too difficult. Yeah, it's kind of forced. Yeah. Actually, then we got into this, but otherwise there are no moves for black queen. He must do this,
forced, yeah.
He must do this, and now the 2 rooks, but perhaps black king is in trouble. Yeah, so h4, really nice, creating a mating net, and now black resigns. So
g4 takes on a7.
Yes, basically this is coming. So I mean even the pawn in the game is lost, but maybe it's better to let him stew in it like a bit. Like I'm not. I will decide when when I do it. Yeah. So okay. So this is like brilliant, and I think it shows the danger of this position. Well, this is perhaps like objectively equal position, like this one. Yeah. How bad could it be? If we take a look, maybe 0-30, but still, yeah. Somehow he got outplayed, and I think maybe black should avoid this type of position. And we have a first small surprise. So Daniel Ufat just made a draw. Here we had this kings in the end, which opened, and suddenly there was some mayhem.
On A4.
Yeah, and now he kept the knight on the board. For example, this also looks somewhat promising for black, but now F7 was targeted.
Okay.
D5, nice breakthrough. Okay, how does it work? He cannot.
Good counterplay on queen side.
Here some bishop h6 or. Mainly, I try to understand the idea and then everything because I am.
Bishop.
Okay, there is a lot of moves,
A
but
lot of moves.
but
Bishop
what
H6.
this wasn't even like forced. But what is he getting with this?
Or Bishop F5 instead of
Yes,
E takes,
immediately. Yes, and somehow arriving here, maybe even around. Yes, but well, it's probably very good for
Very
black.
active
but
play for black and
okay, maybe this is the concrete reason that now the queen is trapped, and if he takes, yeah, then this works. Yeah, so some piece of calculation for black, and now he's apparently winning, or I don't know how clear this is. It's maybe no good, to be honest.
But your first idea, instead of bishop c2,
I mean, with the knight around, but I don't.
bishop d3,
Bishop d3, that's a nice move, yes.
and then you can take on e3 if you want.
Yes, something like this. I don't want to give the counterplay, yes. Yeah, this is
after
this is it.
queen
This is it, yes. And now it should be okay. Some continues, but should be winning for black, yeah. So, there's still some mess on the board, but he got instead the b5 pawn. Now he's winning exchange. Like, shouldn't this be winning for him? Okay, John Heinrich really upset black here because queen d7 does seem like a normal move. d6. So overprotecting f7. Could he do something active? Or maybe I like also rook a7. Because also it steps away from this diagonal. So maybe I want to do something like, okay, now I could take the pawn, yeah, or I could play now queen a4, but he played like this and allowed e5. Maybe this wasn't the best. So suddenly it's dangerous, marching pawns. d7 was a threat also, so this. He must repeat because if this, some kind of discovery and rook e8 is coming, even this. This is also at least a draw for white. No? I think so, yeah, because here this is a nice mate. So, so black cannot escape the draw. I mean, white could play even calmly like this because with such a pawn and you know lots of threats. How to defend rook e8? Like this, I still play the d7. Yeah, so it's falling apart. This for black. Only the knight, everything like this is inconsequential, and the center is going through. So he must repeat. Could white play for a win?
Easier to play for white.
Somehow, if he wants to continue. Okay, still I want to play mainly d7. So even on this, maybe first I give a check. And then this. Okay, this one is not so clear to me. At least here black gets back. So, but it's very hanging on thread for black. Yeah, like this. Could white do something with this position? I'm curious. So I think still like just bishop g5, but it gives equality. Yeah, very difficult position. Yeah? So white could play for a win. If Yufa was white, he would definitely try it. Yeah. You see, white player was satisfied here with the drawish outcome. For example, this is already because then the pass pawns of black are stronger. But it's some kind of dance here. Bishop f4. And it's still a difficult position. Yeah, f4. I would still take white. So anyway, he decided enough was enough. Yeah. So quite interesting sequence. Also, this d5, this breakthrough, it exploded. So Mar Elham. So. Yes, I think he's worse. And also yesterday, like we had such a game. We might check it later when young Indian player really surprised. I think experienced opponent, and because honestly, it's a shock that you play against a well prepared opponent and also technically alert, and you have to like produce a really great game to beat them. For example, here. Yes, because maybe there is some kind of rustiness going into first rounds, and maybe also some underestimation. Yes, and suddenly, like you are under pressure with white, and I don't know the plan. Yeah, so I would be like very nervous. Bishop c1, bishop d2.
You calculated very much.
Yes, yes, he realized, but suddenly I'm pawn down, and okay, now the b file is a problem. So now, indeed, pawn up. Like, did he have to do it like with c5? But otherwise, like this, there's no play. He's not able to go around. It's too slow. Always, yeah, there will be something happening here. So, and the knight is out of play. It's already suddenly bad position, yeah, and. Queen b4. I have a feeling that black could have done better even than this. But he made it work okay. It's also a question for white in such position. Do I still play for a win or do I play something safer so that I'm going to be a draw? But he's marching down the b pawn. Okay, for now it's stopped. And it's a race situation, but also black could give up the knight at any point. He might try to win the third white pawn, and
easy to draw. Yeah.
Easy to draw. Only black can win. There's only one win left. I know that there are some tricks, yeah, and even white could win sometimes. I mean, after a blunder, but otherwise he's in danger. So also, I would like to bring the black king. Sometimes it allows some tactical possibilities, some forks. So it's question. So how white should push it?
King b3.
King b3, yes, the logical move.
Logical, yeah.
So now also black faces a choice like if he should hand down this pawn, which seems a bit too slow and risky, or run with his own pawns. But there is also saying that one pawn runs quicker than two pawns, yeah? So it's like sometimes better to have less pawns. But okay, if I trade the knights, what is the situation? So here I get also some hits on
okay for white.
This is okay. Because it could be even much better, yeah? Some rook c6 coming here, yes. So that's why I'm asking that. Maybe as black, I would like to retain the knight, and even okay, at least I will give it up the knight, and I want. Let's say I push. B7 still not available because of the fork, yeah. So now what with white? Like, we bring the king, but let's say this. But I'm already quite advanced. And like this is very dangerous for white. I think it might be as well lost, yeah, because it's all going forward. maybe not. I don't know. It's then g3, yeah, so very 96 g3, yeah, so... Oh, but I can sacrifice the knight, yes. And so somehow, yes, barely white survives, but the black has definitely better chances. So some breakthrough, h3, I don't know. So big risk for white. And probably right around this point, let me go back, like maybe there was something safer for white. Although, I don't know. It's like a really sharp endgame that, let's say that it's equal material, but maybe some h4. But
h4?
Yes, h4, but then he will lose the pawn anyway. But at least now okay, there is also this. So, okay, I understand. He just played e5 and he went for this, but definitely very risky, and it might be draw or even bigger upset win for black in this position. And this is the last year champion, so it's really hard in open.
White has to play more precisely.
Yes, and I can tell you also psychologically this is tough, because you are already, let's say, established player, grandmaster, and you meet somebody who never met before. And also sometimes those players disappear, like it happened to me. And they, for example, they completely crushed me with the black pieces, and then I don't know. Then they maybe went back to India. I was like asking, how is this possible? Like, do I play so badly, or are they such a geniuses? But against
the reason?
Yes. But I think the reason is that against GMs they are like really motivated. Maybe for this game, like he was looking for the whole year, like this game, and somehow, okay, Amar, maybe he thinks, okay, I will outplay my young opponent with white, but this is the trap, yeah, that suddenly, like this position, he might easily lose, yeah, like, I don't know.
To fight for a draw.
Fight for a draw, yeah. But, okay, there might be some kind of super trick, but it's not convincing then.
Okay,
Yeah.
rook c7.
Rook c7, knight a5, or I could also go. Yes, knight b7. I have to go, or some checks, but because where the white king is going, maybe to c5. Anyway, just knight b7. It is a very interesting position and deserves analysis, but. In the game, he played knight c7, no, knight b7 indeed. Yeah, this is the position. So,
Okay.
so he didn't take the pawn, which he could have.
So to continue, knight d5. Looks okay.
Yes.
And
then
rook c7 is the threat.
yes. And then to hand down the black knight. Yes, white is aiming for promotion. He doesn't want to win the knight. He wants to make a new queen. So yeah, I mean something like this. Okay,
Knight b7 wasn't so good. No rook.
Yes, because he didn't have to do it yet. Yeah, now he's facing some issues with the knight. Yeah.
Also interesting idea, knight e7, knight c8. After knight d6, try to
Yes, also good.
to trade the knights. Okay, some checks, but
How this is? Also, I'm wondering now rook c3. But okay, let's do it. I want to give now the check, because if you play this, I will. Oh, but there is b7. This is brilliant.
that's tricky. But
Now the last. Okay,
you can trade the rooks and play knight.
is this fortress or not, or probably it's not a fortress?
It's
No.
not a fortress. Cannot believe.
No, white wins.
But you can trade the rooks.
Okay.
No, earlier. Instead of taking on c8. Knight d7.
Yes,
Who is
and
faster? You only need 4 moves.
yes. Now, okay. I don't want to run. Yeah, now suddenly it's good. So I wanted to play rook h3.
Okay.
So that if it goes up, okay, I delay the exchange.
Okay.
And somewhere around this point,
King c5.
I want to just like see, and also what is this position like? Is it? But this should be very good for white.
Yeah, because
White king is too
the
close.
king is just
Yeah, so black
to the
is too
pawns.
slow. So suddenly we saw that black is also in danger. Yeah, that this is really double-edged. Yeah, check or some kind of like this move. Want to win the pawn. If I have to go back, then at least I have perpetual. Even so, like king a4, I will go like this. Yeah, this is the way. Okay, and white could win the f7 pawn and probably makes a draw. No, it's, like especially with this king, it's a bit tricky. So, yes, it's indeed he played knight e7 immediately. Like no rook. Yeah, this. No, we will reload it. Knight b7, knight d5, rook d2. So he didn't take on h2, but suddenly I feel that then he doesn't have counterplays. So something went wrong, yeah, and he's playing on his last minute. So this is a dramatic game. And now knight e7. But what happened after rook d6?
Let's check.
Yeah.
King f. Oh, okay. Or king f8. Is it possible?
This.
It looks. Right.
Here. Will be challenged. But okay, maybe this is fine for black.
Rook d6 is possible.
Yes, this is. I want to
It's
get
the
rid of this
easiest
pawn.
way.
Yes.
And then rook f6, however.
Yes, and let's say it's a draw. But can he have? Yeah, this is what happened. He played king f8, seemingly better move. Rook c7. Knight d8. Okay, he needs to go back because otherwise the knight
Rook
is.
d6 is also possible. Oh no, you
no.
will take the. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
But
First knight d8.
so I expect knight c6. But is there something better? Some magic how to promote this pawn. Yeah, so like. Okay, white forces are also a bit stuck, so.
King b4 or a4, however. And
Then black runs.
but now I can play knight c6.
But it does seem a bit slow, no? That
Okay.
I also have like this at the worst. Maybe here I take and.
Okay, rook f3.
It's
Rook c3, I mean.
rook c3, yes. So that you are in time, yes. Or is it the new queen now? Check. I go to here, but again we have a situation. But now black is in time to get there. Or king, let's say b7, king c5.
Okay, rook b8 probably.
Yes, rook b8.
C6, d5.
And probably white wins, no? This one. Or at least it's tempting. Or loses.
Okay, you can take
Maybe-
one pawn.
Maybe he loses. This is almost like some kind of study, but
It's good for black.
yes, this one is running through. So, no, it's suddenly having this endgame. This is like so stressful. Like
tricky.
he played king c4, which is logical, at least to get away from this.
Okay.
And rook takes h2, knight d5.
That's the current position.
Yes.
Okay.
And he wants to play perhaps rook d7, and if king e8, knight f6, this is the idea. So, check or what? No. Counterplay is perhaps too slow. Yeah, that's
King G7. H3.
or
H3. And
but h3 here somehow comes with a check, and I'm already queening. Yeah, so
okay.
and then maybe some mates also, but it
Okay,
could be
knight.
that knight c6. I'm also, threatening some checks, kind of exploiting the white king. So maybe this. But yes, to be honest, I'm just guessing. Yeah, that maybe this is.
Rook C2.
Yes, rook c2. I wanted to play like king d6,
H3.
h3, and this is running. Yes, there is. Knight f6 doesn't help. Yeah, now white is busted. Yes, so. Or is it this? No, it's stupid now. Knight f6. So no, really, some problems. Yeah, and he played. Actually, this was something what happened. That he took on h2 and rook b2. So now it looks great for black. No, that he's not going to lose at least.
Okay.
So something like this we had like no h4, but rook b2 is perhaps more useful in any case. And now this, or rook c8 is met by this. I don't know, check, but the king comes out, yes, or something like this, and
Okay.
there's some tactic. Yeah, it was always hinging on some detail. Yeah, like maybe this and maybe white wins, but how?
King D7. Rook C7. King D6. Also okay.
No more checks or nothing. Okay, maybe I want to let's make at least a draw with white. Yeah, that okay. I just want to repeat the move somehow. Can black win it? And in the game he's playing for win. Yeah, like really, probably justifiably so. Something like this I would be hoping with for white, but. So instead of rook c8 came rook a7. What was the point of this move? Well, I was suggesting knight b4 to at least harass then the black knight. But he... Rook a7. Yeah, I struggle to see the idea, and black pawn is suddenly running, so... Okay, now you can even go for this, maybe, no? Because I'm in time. At least, okay, maybe.
Okay, knight b4.
Knight b4 and rook d1, yeah, and the fun is over. Yes. So not like this, but just king e8, or I didn't see a difference. Like why the rook is better on a8 than on c8? So this is so instead.
Maybe because of king d7. You have more options.
Yes, of course. The rook steps away, but gives up an important tempo. And now king c3. The rook b.
In the game, okay.
Yes. I mean, I don't see after rook a8, king a8. Just there is no perpetual. So he played like this.
Rook e8 he played after rook b5.
Let me check just this. If he does this now with the no, it's not really threatening anything. Yeah. So then h3. Okay. So he played king c3, hitting the rook. Rook b5. Now if he returns, maybe I go rook b1. Yeah. So he played.
It was also possible to play knight c6. After knight
king-
b4, when you get the pawn.
Yes, it's very
Maybe
nice, very nice.
it's
Like
the
like this.
easiest way
Yes,
for him.
yes. Again, like instead of after this knight c6 is very
Knight
safe.
c6 and
Or yeah, I mean this
White.
check is not changing anything. Yeah, that's,
No.
now
No,
he
just-
drops this pawn and maybe lost. Or on the actually I think okay he returns. Yeah, to be fair, like probably he should go, but still if the king is like there then. But this one is very is very dangerous. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Only he can lose. But
rook f6 and g5.
yes, but I think this is a draw because I'm already like getting there, yeah, with my king. So like this should be fine. But it's a free roll for black, yeah. So instead like king c3, rook b5. Oh, but I think he totally misplayed it. Okay, let's check. I think this where is their weakness in the end games and with less time, like especially they tend to falter because otherwise they like classical chess because they need some time to think. This is impossible to, and he blundered with this one. Also, this one was White's idea all along. So actually, the rook step into the fork. Yeah, that's why this is because now this is the difference, and there is also no king d7. Yeah, so suddenly it works like magic for
Losing the
White.
rook. Yeah.
Oh, crazy! But still, maybe he shouldn't take the knight. Maybe he should play like here h3. Now it's at least because how does it go? Check. Now my king is very safe. This is tangled up. King c4, I play this. Now what is this position? It could be maybe it's
Better for white.
it's better maybe winning
Yeah.
because I think he'll promote somehow.
Also knight b4
Yes.
seems
Yeah,
work.
I like to just walk my king maybe there, knight c7, and
then
and this is very safe. But so how did it get out of hand? So at least he could do like rook b1, if
was
nothing
also
else.
my idea,
It's at least a draw.
okay.
But I'm wondering.
Rook a8 or rook this. Okay.
I mean, okay, I go here, yes. So again, there
And
is.
then knight b4.
Yes, but
some threats.
I was thinking that I bring my king. Okay, check. We go over here.
Yes.
I don't see a problem for
Okay.
black. Yes, so something around here. I think he blundered this fork. But even before, he has to be better. No, like he should be the side who's playing for a win. And now he's playing against 3 pawns. He doesn't want to resign, but it's hopeless. But how? Okay, there is one theoretical position which is a draw, but it's not this one, I believe. We will get to it, but okay. So let's see what happened here.
Okay.
So b7, promoting,
That's
and g5.
losing. King is too close
Yes.
to the pawns. Okay.
Yes, but I know that there is some.
There
If
was
you manage to get like g4, h3 is not so simple, but
Such a game at candidates. I think Goryachkina again.
yes, something very similar.
Muzichuk, yeah, very
Yes,
similar.
yes. Later we'll check, maybe compare, but
Intended draw, but it was
winning, yeah.
winning for.
He was winning. There was like
Muzichuk, yeah.
multiple mistakes in that game. So then how does it? But it has to be winning for white,
Yes.
not this one.
Okay.
Like if this
He
something.
will lose the pawn. Okay. Rook b5.
Something like this, I know it's also a
Okay,
motive.
It's risky. Yeah.
But here I win the pawn, no? And if he's in Zugzwang. What else?
Good enough.
Yes. Okay, it's just maybe there is something else, but that's enough. Yeah. So he'll win it like this. But instead he.
Okay.
This is the position. Yeah. So I know it could be like a bit tricky, like.
Rook a8.
If I go like here. I avoid some checks in case you take the I'm running.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So need to maybe take it with the rook.
But now rook a6.
Yeah, you want to go like
F7,
this way.
yes, to h6.
There is some Zugzwang here available, I think, but I don't know
Mm-hmm.
where. This is why I need to study endgames here, because it's like one of the. I'm sure this was analyzed already many times, but I don't know it. So it's. How to win this for white? Let's say yeah, he waits over there.
Okay, you have to take the f pawn with check.
Okay,
Okay,
I can
rook
do.
e5. And then?
Oh yeah, this
and
is
then
the
check and
then
rook.
check and then you take. Yeah, this is the
Mhm.
idea. This is one idea. Or here, if h2, then you go back. And I know there is also maybe something
Can
like
he-
like this, and now you are ready to take. I mean, this is the thing that
Mhm.
maybe somewhere around here is in Zugzwang, because no matter if he goes king e7, I play rook h6.
And king
If he goes king
g7.
g7, I wanted to take, but then he plays h2. Yeah, that's the problem. No, but
Rook b5.
here rook b5. Yeah,
Or later, after king g7.
g7. King g7.
Rook
maybe.
b5. And then wait, rook a5.
Yes, that's it.
And then you can take the
Yeah, so something similar was also in this game. Yeah, that's brilliant.
Okay, king h6 is tricky. Hmm.
Okay, there are also some other tricks there, but I think I think if g3, I have this check.
There's a famous study.
Yes, it's somehow this is winning,
This is winning.
or king h7 is there. Like we are for sure we are blundering this somehow.
But if h2?
Yeah, if h2 maybe I will manage to lose. Yeah, this would be really
It's also
nice.
possible.
Yeah, I
Maybe
will see.
check.
Yeah, I mean check and some kind of study like draw. Yeah, but not a win probably. I mean here even is the problem that if you try to like do this, then he promotes and he defends it. So no, so this is. Yeah, no, but the other win with rook a5 is probably the way, and I'm not sure if he even stays. Let's see. Okay, now white already won this game, but
Rook g5 here.
maybe he demonstrated the win.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
It was this. Oh, rook g5.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And
That's a
and
good idea. Rook
just
g5.
immediately arrived to this position. Yes, so there was like
And
no.
then.
Yeah, nicely done. Just
Okay.
coming back to the first rank. This is maybe the most convincing, yeah, because now the king steps in and picks up the pawns. Okay, so this was, I think, why the Nathan will be very, very disappointed, because he was close to win maybe against stronger player. Let's check. This was maybe still somewhat better. H5. He shouldn't lose at least, yeah. But it's hard. It's still like around equal maybe. Yes, I was favorizing black, but okay. It's positioned for 3 results. Yes, so rook d7. Oh, nice move.
Wow.
Rook d7 kind of defending the whole 7th rank. Yeah, and now I mean it still looks dangerous.
And the knight is hanging also.
Yes, and now maybe should I take? No, this is lost. Yeah. This is still like even.
It's even.
And because I don't want to allow b7, no? Like how? Yeah, he suggests this, but what if?
Okay,
Then it's dangerous, no?
Yes.
It's very dangerous. Slight advantage for white, but
No need to do this. Yeah.
how to... What is this?
Okay. Maybe knight f6.
Like really difficult
Also
endgame still.
some
Knight-
deflection, knight f6, knight b6.
Knight endgame, I think for 3 results, but okay, probably a draw. But how can we know this?
Okay, f3 is
Yes, and then he goes back and tries to win the pawns. And, okay, this is a draw, but before. Okay, so what was the crucial mistake he took? So it was like on the knife's edge all the time, yeah. And I just like this rook a7. It seems like a very slow, and king g7 is the remedy. Just stepping away, or knight c6. And now
Okay.
rook b1. Rook
This
b1. Yes. Rook b5 was just what is different here, like. And now h3. This he missed. Yes. Now suddenly white cannot stop the pawn. So it is actually
interference, yeah.
I think he would win this, because okay, this comes g5, and in practical game that is impossible even to survive. Yeah. This is winning.
For black.
Yes, but even after rook b5 it was a draw. But this one was the crucial. Yeah. So at least this was this is what I was suggesting. And, but knight f4, he has to give the pawn. There is not much more here. I mean here obviously not h2, but this, and then black
Push
wins.
the pawn,
Yes, basically only black will queen. How? Yes. Oh, there is queen e4. I'm just curious. Yeah, that.
Queen e4.
Some kind of mating attack follows.
He will get the knight.
He will, at least I will win the knight,
Please,
and maybe more. Okay, this is instructive, yeah. That okay. Now it's game over. Yeah. So indeed. So after rook b5 it was still a draw, but he should have played for counterplay. But here he. Okay, it's still gone, yeah. Like white king is too close for this to matter, and rook g5 is a nice winning move.
Probably
yes.
the only one.
Okay, what happens if I play just something like this? How to win it properly like this? Just king f6, because I'm just interested because of the other. Maybe there may be some other move order.
Also,
Okay, he's not showing the win. Is this a draw? If I miss this opportunity for rook g5, because now immediately rook g5 happened and he saw it, calculated. But let's say I play something stupid, then maybe this is a theoretical draw.
what we analyzed.
Yes, but you at home you need to check it with table bases.
Table bases,
Yeah, this one is much better than us. Yeah, so, but this is a draw apparently, and yeah, but rook g5 was nicely spotted. Okay, and Jumabayev won. So we had this situation where he really punished white on the king side and created some weaknesses, and actually this is really nice. He didn't cash in right away. He improved both knights, and now he improved his pawn structure, and and this is easily, yes. I know with such a distant pass pawn, white is hopeless. So okay, it continued a bit, but there is always a way in for black. Yeah, 91, nice moment, but. I think this was like a routine victory for black. There is not much to say about it. Yeah, that he promotes, and yes, it just after the opening, white didn't proceed well. Yeah, so and so also lost because okay, this was just a hopeless.
Petkov won. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
He didn't even take the exchange. Yeah. So this is also yeah. Just I'm going around it. So we now have that is kind of fortress-like position. This has to be a draw. But how did we get here? I like black. White fought on, and at least he managed to coordinate his knights. And suddenly, okay, suddenly white's pieces are better. So there are some twists and turns here in this position. But look at this knight like danced all around the board. And now black got some play. I'm sure that there was also time trouble involved and some nerves because, okay, who is better here? Probably it's around equal. One port for the exchange and some compensation. Yeah.
Safety,
Yes. So it should be still like equal.
Okay.
And
Also trade 8 pawns.
yes, it's.
Oh,
I wouldn't have traded queens here. It's not easy to play this. I think black can possibly
Yes, this is like he should play like this, no? And
Queen
My
f3.
This is very hard.
it's very hard. Exactly.
You are right, yeah.
Yes. I'm wondering if white had something that okay dissuaded black from doing. Yeah, I think he just maybe panicked a bit. Maybe he saw that he's winning the a4 pawn, yeah, and he thought it's safe, which probably it is. But I think
That's the safe option.
it's the safe option, but he lost his winning
more
chances.
ambitious
Yeah,
Plays
like
Queen c1.
Queen 7. But this is not like so easy. Yes, he gives this also. But it's a hard position, yeah, to play. Chances for both, but probably yeah.
Maybe Queen d7
Probably
and try
yes.
to get the a pawn.
Yes, slowly, yeah. So Queen d7.
Or bring the
Just
knight to f5.
waiting, yeah.
maybe.
Yes, it's not because we are caught by the f7 pawn. Like we need to remaneuver the knight, but also how to do it.
Some backrank weaknesses also. After knight b6, rook b2.
Yes, yes. And also like you are abandoning the f6 square. Yes, yes. So okay. Anyway, I think this is maybe not such a bad decision because at least maybe he knows that he will draw this easily. Even g5 or something. I think.
Black cannot lose.
Yeah, even if white goes like around somehow this way, okay, then I will win the e5 pawn, yeah. So in some fashion. So
King f8, knight e7. And
yes, but also he cannot really win this because the rook is too strong on board. Yeah, like he must.
the current position.
This is the current position. I think okay. I'm just going back and forth. I'm not moving any further, and white also doesn't have
Black cannot
anything.
make any progress.
Yes.
here.
This draw. And here, so okay, Ben Ari. This is this sharp Scheveningen, and
Okay.
yeah, black turned the tables like really nicely. He played f4, f3, and now sacrifice. Okay, there are many motives here. Bringing the queen to the h file, which he did. Like this. Okay, because this blockade of the f pawn, it cannot hold long term, yeah? So he needs to shift it, and then he lost, yeah. So I think it was a smooth, smooth game from black. Yeah, like this. This is arriving. So yes, nicely done. And I'm just recapping some games. Yes, I consider this is much better for black, and indeed. Sometimes I don't know the players in question, but sometimes it's apparent like who is more experienced, especially in the first rounds. Like you get this like somehow black played consistent game. Yes, so also some sharpness there, but and the win, yeah, very nice. Yes. So, but. It made some sense, and This was a draw. Stoyanov. Yeah, this was this magical game, but also something happening. Bishop d2, very complicated. So now pin. And this probably is equal. Yeah, I don't think any side could win this. White has comfortable fortress, but well, maybe he could have played for some more moves. There's no harm here. So what you can do, like I can play like this, trade the rooks, then I could pull the bishop back, and then I could try to create something, or try to, the construction with the bishop on e5 and somehow hurt the black king. But I'm sure this is also a draw, but yeah, white was satisfied with the result here. So, and here like this is an idea, but it's also a draw, like anyhow. But okay. So, and what is now the last game that we were visiting, Kukushkin lost. I think today he faced a strong opponent. Yeah, and this was this Slav and just inferior end game. Yeah. Now the bishop is better than the knight, and yes, I think black cannot hold it. Rook c8, bishop b7. No, I think. Rook c8, e5 maybe just, yeah. So this, he's pinned down, and now he brought his pieces, and bishop is better in such position. Yes, just bishop d3, and then a6 would be hanging. So yes, g5 and h5, nicely done. Like now he created marching pawns. g6, kind of securing the win. Yeah, that. This will happen, and there will be some breakthrough. F6 and h6. Yeah, there is h6 is coming. So okay, he did it like this. Why bishop b7? Because yeah, there was some
folks. No?
I think something like this maybe was an idea, that maybe white queens, but not really. No, something. Or first h6, no, f6. But then black king returns. Oh, some tricks, but okay, maybe this is good enough if you go here.
Or take on b5 and then f6. Have you tried it?
Let's try.
Take on b5, f6, king h6. Is it?
Maybe this also.
But no, h6.
Okay, this.
You can take on f. No. Take king g8.
I have like take king g8, and like in this position, you can still do this, yeah. This is beautiful, but really, so this is the breakthrough. Okay, black has to take the bishop.
f6.
Or not, or there is some knight e4 also. I'm just like thinking, okay, after bishop b7, the normal reply is a5. Because b4 seems hopeless, yeah, so why? Okay. Bishop c6, knight d6, f6 here, yes. And this is winning because, yes, I will get it through. And somehow h6 and, yes, so it kind of deflects the knight.
It's better without
capturing
so on b5.
This is the idea, yes. So in the game he played b4, but it's already, like there was no chance, yeah, I think. Yeah, white king is too active, and now it's almost Zugzwang, and h6 will happen. And